As many of you watch, I'm just coming off the head-to-head Pro Walleye Series, finished 4th place, just missed the W, and then we followed that up with a win on the AIM Weekend Walleye Series here on Mille. And what I was doing, what I was targeting, were a different type of fish that a lot of people were not utilizing. And I'm here to show you guys exactly what we did, how we did it, and how to catch a bunch of really nice walleyes. We're gonna show you guys this setup, what to look for, and how to catch these summertime weed walleyes. Stay tuned.
Give me a second, I'm trying to select the appropriate weapon. Watch who you stepping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon.
There we go. That's a good one. Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful summertime weed walleye. Just cranked it. What they're doing is they're in these weeds feeding on young of the year perch. That's one of their #1 forages, and that's where the young of the year perch like to live. So where there's bait, there's usually walleyes, and usually these weed walleyes are actively feeding and they're healthy. So really fun way to catch them. Let's get her back. And she's gone. That's awesome. Give me some.
Yeah, buddy.
Heck yeah. Oop, there we go. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a real good one. Heck yeah. That's a good one. Heck yeah, buddy.
Good job.
Another beautiful midsummer weed walleye. You got it good. Get this one back. I'll talk to you guys about kind of how I set up my slip bobber setup for really anywhere. You can do this in the weeds, you can do it out deep, you can do it anywhere, but basically I have 6 to 8 pound braid, 6 to 10 pound braid. That's not quite as important, but I'll use a weighted slip bobber, whatever brand you want. You know, I like the Thills. They have a little, you can get the weighted ones on the end. You get a little more castability to it. You know, and I like a little bit more weight. And I'll use a 1/4 ounce egg sinker. And the reason why I'm above a barrel swivel, and the reason why I'm doing that, is so I can get that bait down quick. A lot of times, you know, whether you're fishing deep, shallow, in the weeds, whatever, especially in the weeds, you want to punch through, get down to that fish, and you're triggering a reaction strike. You're getting their attention by dropping it fast, but then it just hangs there and stalls out, and a lot of times that's what's going to trigger the bite. And then, especially in clear water, big thing for me is I like a 3 to 4 foot long leader. And very light line. I'm only using 8 pound test, you know, to kind of keep that diameter down. And a lot of times in this clear water, those fish will see it. And if they get spooky, I mean, a lot of times in the weeds, those fish are not quite as finicky, but they can be if it's flat calm. So you want to go with a little bit lighter leader, longer leader, to get it away from that weight. And then on the jig, I like to go with an 1/8 ounce jig, and this is kind of matching the perch because that's what the forage is right now. This is a clam TG jig, 1/8 ounce. I'll even go all the way down to a 1/16 ounce because you want a little bit of smaller profile. That's what I've noticed in the last few days. They've gotten a little finikier. You know, when I was fishing the head-to-head, I was using an 1/8 ounce, and it wasn't quite as key. But once they get a little more finicky, just drop that profile down, and you'll start to get a few more bites. It's a good one. That is how they're supposed to be hooked, right there, right in the old snoot. Look how healthy this thing is. I mean, that's what's great about these weed walleyes. You know, anywhere you go, weed walleyes generally are going to be your healthiest specimens in the lake because there's so much forage in the weeds, and that's why they're here. Generally, fish start to show up in the weeds right as they start to grow in later spring, and then once the water starts to get pretty warm, they might move out once it gets, you know, those mid 70s, 80s. As long as the bait's going to be there, the fish are going to follow suit, and that's what we're capitalizing on right now. So anywhere else other than this lake, this is a great eating size, but just a very, very chunky, healthy fish and a really fun fight. So one of the really important things, especially when fishing shallow, especially fish that are higher in the water column, is you want to make very precise casts, but you don't want to drop it right on the fish. In the shallow water, especially clear water, if you plop that bait down right on top of them, a lot of times that splash is going to spook these fish. So what I do when I'm making a cast is I'm watching on Livescope, I'm seeing exactly where that fish is, and when I cast, I'm casting about 10 to 15 feet past them, and I'm reeling it back and I'm just swinging it down in their face. So I'm making the splash a little bit past the fish, bringing it back to them, and then dropping it right in their face. Someone, Jason, lip it real good. Thank you. Yep. We had a little misplacement of the net, so we had to hand land these today. That's a gorgeous fish. I'll tell you what, guys, if you want to catch a lot of fish and have a lot of fun and catch some really nice fish, find weeds, cabbage on any of your local lakes, find the bait, and you're gonna find the fish. My setup when I'm doing this, spotlight save a spot, but my setup when I'm doing this, I talked about what I'm using for the bobber and the jig and all that, but for me, especially in this heavy cabbage, the rod is super important for me. I like a medium extra fast. You know, a lot of people will go with the medium extra light. That's what I use a lot of times. In this heavier stuff, this medium extra fast has that backbone. You guys watch my hook sets, they're intense. I set the hook really hard, put the boots to them really fast, and what that allows me to do is drive that hook home, but I also can rip them out of those weeds, because with this lighter fluorocarbon that I have to use, I have to get them up out of there fast. If it wraps up in the weeds, you're gonna have a chance of losing it. And the other thing I need is a great reel, one that has a faster line pickup, one that I can rip out of there. It has a smooth drag to where if it wants to go on a run, I'm not going to snap my line. This Honor XT from PC Fun is one of the best reels. It's my go-to all-around reel. So if you're looking for a great setup, the Black Rain from JT paired with a PC Fun Honor XT, it's a great combo for anything, but especially for these summer weed walleyes. Oh, there's one. There we go. Oh, that's a good one too. Oh wow. Boom! Oh! There we go. So here's the perfect thing, right, guys? So we're obviously using big leeches, right? Look at what these fish are eating. You can see it. Not only are they eating young of the year perch, other minnows that live in there, but leeches also live in these weeds. So the weeds are just a lot of life. It's a great diverse ecosystem. A lot of great ways to catch fish. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, tell your friends, and let me know what you guys want to see next. We got a lot of great videos coming. We got a lot of great content. Cody's a very busy man, but he works his magic, so we got a lot of stuff coming. So let me know what you guys want to see in the future. We got a lot of great videos coming, but I appreciate it. If you guys want to catch more walleyes, some bigger walleyes, and have a lot of fun, find the weeds, find the bait, find the walleyes. I'll see you guys on the water.